Mark Carney, you suck.
Is there another country that pays this much for gas? I don't think people realize.
Oh look, another armchair economist who failed grade 10 math. It's the government's fault, said every mouth-breathing convoy cosplayer who thinks oil comes from a tap in Carney's basement. Buckle up, Buttercup. You're about to get educated with a rusty shovel. Gas prices, you gravy-sucking tube of ignorance. You think Ottawa sets gas prices? Ottawa can't even set its own cafeteria menu without a 3-year inquiry. Your 170 a liter isn't because of a carbon tax that got eliminated last week. It's because there's a literal war 10,000 kilometers away blocking the Strait of Hormuz. You know, that tiny waterway that handles 20% of the world's oil? No? Of course you don't. You get your news from an Instagram meme with a skull emoji. When China and Japan can't get oil, they bid against us for our oil. That's basic supply and demand, you sentient hockey puck. Japan's paying more than us right now. But sure, tell me more about how Mark Carney personally flew to Tehran to raise your pump price. Food prices. The oligopoly that finger paints with your wallet. Now for the part that'll make you choke on your overpriced bag of milk. Canada is the food inflation capital of the G7. Not because of the flag on your driver's license, but because 4 companies own your entire goddamn grocery trip. Loblaws, Sobeys, Metro, and Walmart. They control 65% of the market. That's not capitalism. That's a cartel with a loyalty points program. And here's where you really look stupid. Under oath. Under fucking oath. Grocery execs admitted they raised prices above their own cost increases. That's not inflation. That's greed with a spreadsheet. Corporate profits rose 5 times faster than inflation. Tyson Foods profits went up 48% to $11 billion, while you paid $15 for chicken feet. Kroger's net income? Up 92%. But please, keep screaming about the carbon tax while Galen Weston buys his 3rd yacht. The smoking gun that you'll ignore because it hurts your feelings. Wages caused less than 8% of the price hike. Corporate profiteering caused 53%. Read that again, slowly. Sound out the big words. Your local cashier making 50 cents more an hour isn't why your state costs a mortgage payment. It's because Cargill and 3 other firms control 70% of the global food market and decided you'd pay whatever the hell they want. The verdict, since you need things in all caps to understand them, not the government's fault. Even if the carbon tax would be gone, prices would still high. Your scapegoat evaporated. Now what? Actually, what or who to blame? A war in Iran blocking oil you'll never see on a map. 5 grocers playing Monopoly with your dinner. Corporate boards literally laughing at you for blaming the Prime Minister instead of them. Bottom line, you poorly drawn stick figure of a political pundit. Right-wing influencers screaming about Mark Carney's gas prices are grifting you. They know oil is priced in Houston and Riyadh. They know the Strait of Hormuz matters. They know corporate greed dwarfs carbon taxes. They just also know you're too lazy to Google any of it. Because it's true you don't fact-checked anything. So go ahead, reply with some caps lock rant. Call me a shill or a libtard. Blame Carney one more time while billionaires pick your pocket and your favorite YouTuber cashes your Patreon check. Prove me wrong. I'll wait right here, sipping my coffee, watching you embarrass yourself once more. Now go have the absolute fucking day you deserve, which is probably warm beer, cold fries, and stepping in a puddle immediately after putting on fresh socks.